Alright, what is happening? This is your dude Zulu. So look, today, everyone, today, we're going to be talking about something I wanted to talk about for a super long time. Now, using smoke grenades in shooters it's a crazy ass topic, okay? Now, this is going to be primarily focused on Future Soldier because that's the game I play and the one I use them in and I'm trying to talk about them in. But you can also use this as reference when you use smoke grenades in other first person shooters, third person shooters, whatever. But they had different metas, so this is primarily focused on Future Soldier. Now, using smoke grenades it's like taboo. I've only met so few people in the years I've been playing Future Soldier that actually know how to use them or know how they're supposed to work, or like they understand tactics and diversionary tactics and how to trick the enemy and blah, right? Bro, it gets me so heated. I'm one of the few people I know that use smoke grenades, like, to this day. So a lot of people, whether I'm on their team or whatever, they don't use them. They don't know how to use them. They don't know or understand their use. It gets on my fucking nerves when I jump into a match and I use smoke grenade for whatever purpose, whatever reason, and then someone on my team's like, "Who the fuck threw that smoke? Hey man, I can't fucking see, bro. I need to see what's going." Bro, shut the fuck up. Like, I mean, seriously. All right, here, I'm gonna go. I made a couple different reasons why I need to tell people how smokes are useful and like the different purposes they have. Alright, so a smoke grenade in Future Soldier is, for one, much more useful, I would say, than in other shooting games on multiplayer, because it actually covers a pretty good amount of area. So it does, hinder your vision and your enemy's vision. Now, let's talk about some of the reasons why I use smoke and just how it's useful overall. Okay, so number one. So I'm gonna just read out what I wrote down. General confusion to stall for the objective timer to go down. Alright, so this is number one, right? So, general confusion. There's a lot of times where there is so much chaos going on around the objective area. And I mean, grenades flying, noob tubes being shot off. You got fucking people flanking. Your your allies are they're going crazy. They don't know what to do. You guys are just getting swamped, and there's too much to pay attention to as one player, even if you're good or not, okay? So, there's a lot of fucking shit going on. I will throw down some smoke grenades by the objective just to mask what is going on in the smoke, around it, outside of it. Sometimes you need confusion, okay? To just get the enemy off of your trail, so they don't know necessarily what the fuck is going on. Because you can't all. A lot of people know that just because you got the objective, that doesn't mean you're gonna hold it. Because the enemy when it is a strong ass team, they'll come hard and they'll fuck you up, and then shit just gets hot. You need to distract them. You need to assist and just kind of like help, because sometimes raw firepower doesn't do it. Okay. Now, like I said, these smoke grenades, they can stall and get you guys the objective by letting the timer click down to 0, but that doesn't work necessarily always on pro players. Pro players, those like OGs that's been playing the game for a long time, and then really good new players, they'll call your bluff. They'll charge into the smoke. They'll shoot around. They might have a thermal sight, or they might have a magnetic scope, so maybe you just help them out. But that's one of the reasons I use it, because it helps me stall. Because this game can get so chaotic, because it's an objective-based game, and all hell can break loose around these objectives, okay? So sometimes you just need a little bit of time you try to stall the enemy. Whether that's, smokes, or you using equipment further towards their objective, spawn camping them, whatever. Alright, so next reason I like to use smoke grenades. Ooh, this is a good one. So getting out of a spawn camp, okay? Spawn camping is one of the worst issues with this game, and to this day, and even after when it first came out, it has not been fixed, improved, whatever. It's just as bad as it was when the game first came out. And it's one of the biggest, one of my biggest gripes with this game, and it pisses me off so badly, man. Like, other games, spawn camping is a thing, but in this game, it's like spawn camping is almost part of the game design or some shit. But you know, because of just how naturally it happens. So I like to use, sometimes I'll use my smokes for when my team is getting spawn camped really bad because they let the enemy push us back. So I'll use my smoke grenades to create a smoke screen in front of the spawn so we can get maybe 1 or 2 people out. So say we got 2 different squads, right? Full team, 2 squads. I get 1 person from each squad to go through the smoke screen, go hide somewhere, find some piece of cover or whatever. And what they do is they spawn their other 2 squad mates on both of themselves. And next thing you know, we got the whole team out of the squad. We kill 1, 2 people, and then we basically broke up their hold on the spawn, you know, or we cut it in half basically. So they're not properly holding anymore. Most of us are already out. So if any of us die again, we could spawn each other on each other. And after that, or even, you know, say we say fuck that, we're all out of spawn now, let's go get the objective while these bitches are in front of our spawn. You know, we take a defensive perimeter around the objective and we capture it immediately. So I love using that, but even if you use smokes, the likelihood of you guys getting out of a tight spawn camp is only as good as you and your teammates working together and, you know, utilizing each other to get intel on their positions and smokes and to get out of there. Alright, so next reason I use smoke grenades. Oh, okay. Wow, I love myself. This list is so great. Okay, so placing mines or stun mines or whatever equipment you have to, say there's so many isolated firefights I get myself into where the enemy is just going in on me, man. I mean, say I'm flanking, right? I'm just do. I'm about to light these bitches up when I come around this corner. But someone else has the same idea, and I run into this one other guy, and we both draw at the same time. But he has an LMG, or he's a rifleman with some crazy ass F2000 magnetic scope, motherfucking. He's decked out, right? He's ready to go. He's blasting at me. So I roll over to the side. I'm hiding behind a piece of cover. This shit's getting hot. There's not a good chance I'm gonna win because, you know, he has clear line of sight on me. He can see what I'm up to, and, you know, shit's getting dick. This is famous. People who have fought me in these isolated gunfights, they've seen this once or twice probably. What I'll do is I'll put down a smoke grenade so they can't see what I'm doing. You gotta move quick, cause they'll push on your ass. They don't know what you're up to. They don't want you to get away, slip away, or nothing like that. But I'll drop a smoke grenade real quick, and I'll place a mine or stun mine around the area where I was hiding at, and then I'll just run the fuck away, or I'll crawl away and roll away. So the enemy, you know, they're really stuck on this one fighter, so they're trying to kill or hack my ass, whatever, right? So they're walking around, they try to surprise me, they get stunned or blown the fuck up. Then I come back and hack them, or they're just dead, and now I got a full route of straight flanking to the enemy position. So now I'm gonna fuck the enemy in the ass. And that guy let his team down or whatever because he fell into my trap. You know, it's more and more about how smart you can be, not always about who has the biggest gun, but being able to strategize and outthink other enemy players. So yeah, after that, I just want to say, oh, alright, last reason I have written down, but I think I got one more. So what I want to say is you have a backscatter or thermal. There's going to be a lot of times where you're going to see that the enemy team is just, like, they're fucking you guys up, and their level of skill and gunplay is well above your team, like whoever you're right there fighting with in the gunfight. and you guys are just losing. You're gonna see in the next 30 seconds, all you guys are gonna get wiped out, and you're all gonna have to spawn back at the normal spawn and run all the way back over here. So if you're like me and you have a thermal sight, or if you're someone else who has a backscatter, broken, what you can do is drop down some smokes, and God, this just opens up the fucking enemy, man. Like, a lot of the enemy just always assumes that when some smoke's thrown down, that you guys are regrouping, falling back, or you're just trying to distract them and get away. So when you drop these smokes, a lot of the enemy are going to either poke out and like look around to see what's going on, or they're going to run backward out of cover or to the side trying to flank around while they think no one can see them. Or they might just get up and start walking around, or they might try to place some equipment. Whatever it is, they're coming out of cover because they think no one can see them, and that, you know, they should try to get an advantage over you guys while there's all this confusion happening, right? So if you have a thermal or you have a backscatter, but especially for me who uses a thermal, and you have a sniper rifle or SMG that's just on point, boy, I light the fucking enemy up when this happens, because it's like, I know if I do this, then this is gonna happen, and it's like chess, and I can just light all of them up, and it really lightens up the load on my team, and then we normally end up taking over that part and winning that fight, because I was able to know that they were gonna attack and press us if they thought that we were weak at that moment when no one could see anything, and that we just needed a moment to group back up on each other. But no, in fact, it was just a feint or a fake, so they would come out and try to get one over on us. I use this shit all the time, and then someone ends up cursing at me, and I'm just like, bro, shut up. You bought this game at GameStop like for $2 last week. You don't know the game. And I end up owning everyone else. So last thing I want to say before this video is over is about using new equipment. So I don't always use smoke grenades, but there's a period where I only use smoke grenades and not EMPs or anything like that, because I find that the more and more I play Ghost Recon Future Soldier, the more understanding I have about its gameplay mechanics, the weapons, attachments, equipment, and I find myself evolving as a player and using different equipment and weapons and play styles the more and more I understand and play the game. So don't ever think that, you know, you got that F2000 armor piercing, you got that extra armor on you, you just, you know, can never change or be improved or anything like that, because my play style is constantly evolving to a better and stronger version of the person I was previously. So I mean, don't ever count out equipment like EMPs, smokes, or stun mines, because people will say all the time that this is the best equipment, you know, use this LMG, bro. Don't listen to other people, man. Every player is unique, and everyone has their own play style, and they kind of evolve over time. So you'll find stuff being useful that you didn't think was even playable when you first bought the game or picked it up. So that's all I got to say about that. So I hope you guys have an open mind about smokes, or that you're going to give it a little more thought, because a lot of people don't know how they work, and they're very simple-minded in that way. They don't see the amount of creativity you can use to win a gunfight or to trick the enemy. But anyway, that's all I got for that. So I'm out, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.